Good morning, Paul. It's Tuesday, the 18th of October. Here's the heads up brief for today.
Okay, mate, there won't be much interaction with me today on driving on the way to Bangkok airport, and the traffic's horrendous, mate. So I'll be concentrating on you and the traffic again.
All right, sure. We'll just kick it off then, Paul. There's student protests in Indonesia on October 20th. Now, it's against the omnibus law on job creation, which is interesting how they're co-opting workers' issues, possibly to offset their own lack of support. Meanwhile, in Jakarta, 40 people were arrested for a clash yesterday. This was over a land dispute. Investigations into the incident are ongoing. In Thailand, two small parties are discussing a possible alliance. Now, we're likely to see more of this in the run-up to next year's elections.
Yeah, look, this is critical, mate, how the coalitions form. Don't even be surprised if to stitch up power you see the resurrection of old leaders forming new parties, people being asked to jump ship and form new parties. There's going to be a lot of strategy behind the upcoming elections from you know which side.
All right, yeah, we'll keep an eye out for that, Paul, and monitor it closely. Meanwhile, Paul, in Port Moresby in Papua New Guinea, police will launch a special operation to combat ethnic violence in the capital. The operation will run for 6 weeks and may be extended over the December holiday period. In Taiwan, a storm has caused damage to public and private properties in Taiwan's north and east, and there have been landslides, floods, and evacuations. And the inclement weather conditions are expected to continue for today at least.
Has that affected any flights or any of our clients?
Uh, not not really, Paul, but we'll keep an eye out for that. It seems to be weakening the
Thank you.
weather system at the moment. So, anyway,
All right,
yeah.
if it doesn't affect the major airports, it's probably not that noteworthy. Okay.
All right, got it. Anyway, Paul, so in South Asia, well, there's a student protest in Colombo, Sri Lanka today. There's a possibility of violence and a forceful police crackdown. Anti-government tensions have not been decreasing there. There's still shortages and inflation, and there's still concerns about the country's debt. So these kind of economic issues are still underplaying a lot of the dynamics here, and I think it's relevant to what you had discussed yesterday. So we will be monitoring this closely, Paul. Lastly, in Pakistan, 16,000 security personnel will be deployed for the October 23rd local body elections in Karachi. Now, the risk of violence, election-related violence, is not negligible here. In Europe, Middle East, and Africa, in the UK, there are indications that Prime Minister Liz Truss will soon be ousted from office. This comes after Conservative Party members have been trying to submit no confidence motions against her. Meanwhile, in Iraq, political tensions and associated violence will prevail after the Sadrist movement said it would not join the new government. There has been no government in the country for about a year, and there hasn't been stability either. That's the heads up brief for today, Paul. If you have any closing comments.
No, great brief. Thank you. Cheerio.
All right. Thanks, Paul.